What's up, guys? Zenigami here. Let's go through the complete Chaos difficulty Kobe Coliseum on the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Round 1 is going to be versus the Kung Fu Dugongs. Kung Fu Dugongs will have 6 characters. The big one in the back will preemptively boost their defense very highly, so you can either use a quick team like Double Enel, but bring a defense reducer like Helmeppo to actually burst them, or what we're going to be using is a double Blackbeard team with a health cutter on our team because we need to get through his defense a little bit. You're going to need at least 60,000 hit points in order to take their attacks. And if you're using a marine ship and a bunch of red characters with high health, that's all Blackbeard cares about. Red characters with high health and 1 Mihawk on a team, or Whitebeard if you can swing a Whitebeard. This is also going to be a reminder that on the Coliseum stages, nobody drops on the Coliseum stages except for the very, very final boss. So the only character that will drop on the Kobe Coliseum is Kobe himself, nobody else. And the secret stage of every single Coliseum is going to be Heracleson's. Heracleson is going to be a secret stage. He can show up on any stage that's not the round 4 mini boss or stage 4 mini boss of the final boss stage. Show up on any stage there, and every time you fight him, he has very high defense, very low hit points, and will attack every 2 turns, and he drops a guaranteed Forbidden Toe. You can find this on any difficulty, including the lower difficulties too. Anyway, see you on the Dugongs. And the final stage, all the Dugongs, huge defense boost there. That's where you want to use your, either you want to stall these turns out. They will enrage on turn 2, so if you're stalling, make sure you're able to you use like a delayer after they're enraged, not before they're enraged, if you're waiting out the defense buff, or use something like Helmeppo to get rid of it all turn 1. So here we're going to take hits from all 5 characters. That's going to be 3,000 damage per attack for a total of almost 60,000 damage. And then we'll use our 2 Blackbeards to kill the Dugongs. But you will need a health cutter like the Mihawk there, or else the defense will make it so you don't quite kill the guy in the back. If that middle guy survives below 20% health, he'll summon a Kraken. And the Kraken is no fun to deal with, you're probably going to die. Anyways, round 2 is gonna be versus Chopper. Round 2 is gonna be versus Chopper. Chopper is a quick character. Remember, if you forget, you can always hit that tips button just to remind you what color the characters are. Or, you know, like go back to the guides. Chopper has about 1 million hit points. He will preemptively bind our captain for 15 turns. So you can either bring someone like, if you bring 3-Day to your Nami, who completely removes bind for 1 character, that'll make this fight very easy. Otherwise, we're going to be using a Mihawk friend captain with our Zoro captain. The reason we're using a Zoro captain is because Zoro, when he gets binded, will lose our attack boost from the Zoro, but we're still going to keep the health boost. So Zoro will give us extra health to go through this fight. We're basically going to be doing the fight with 1 Mihawk friend captain. You can also do like double Dofi if you want a lot of health. And we're bringing up Mihawk on our sub so that we can cut his health again. And we're also going to bring Duval as a sub too, so we can cut his health yet again. So Mihawk, Duval will cut his health by about 60%, so he'll only have about 400,000 hit points. Then Doflamingo and Double Finger will make quick work of the rest of his health. And the final stage, Chopper preemptively binds our captain. Also prevents debuffs. Bind it, man. He also deals 4,500 damage and will attack every single turn for 4,900 damage. We're going to keep the extra health from our Zoro, but we will lose the damage. And we're going to be using Mihawk Duval here. If you get him below 20%, he will greatly reduce damage above 3,000 damage per turn. I've got 2 matching orbs here, that's pretty good. I think I'm just going to try a burst here and see how well we can do. And Double Finger to give me some more damage. You can replace Duval and stuff if you like, but having Duval and 2 Mihawks on a team will make this go by much faster. In fact, very easy. You can even have him at half health there and still burst him in 1 turn. Next stage is going to be Brook. Round 3 is gonna be versus Brook. Brook is a Dex character. We're gonna be using a Strong Luffy Blackbeard strength team. You can also use like double Strong Luffy or double Gear 3 or double Log Luffy, whatever. Strong Luffy is just nice because he is a 2x attack booster for strength characters. Big thing we're bringing on this team is we are going to be bringing Kimono Luffy because he is going to reduce Despair by 3 turns, because whenever Brook revives, he will Despair our friend Captain for 3 turns. You can also just bring level 3 anti-Despair if you don't have that, or you can bring any Despair remover like Ein. It's just that Kimono Luffy is a 3-turn Despair reducer. He is free to play, and he's a red character, so he will have boosted attack on our turn. We're also bringing Wapol to empty our orbs, because whenever he revives, he'll give us a large rate of blue orbs. You can also bring something like Flamenco as an orb manipulator instead, and just change those blue orbs into red orbs naturally. Now, we do have to stall for 25 turns for Strongworld Luffy skill ups, because we don't have Strong Luffy books yet, but we're going to be using Golden Pound Usopp before he dies, and then so we don't quite need to have his skill ups, or we don't quite need to have our Luffy ready by the time we actually get there. And don't forget, you can also use Golden Pound Usopp to stall on the way there. And against Brook, Brook will preemptively reduce damage taken by 30% for 9 turns. My Golden Pound Usopp isn't quite ready, but that's okay. He only attacks for 3,800 or 3,080 damage every single turn. We can take a few turns of attack. In fact, we're going to try to beat him without using any specials here. Our Blackbeard is there because he is a 2.5 times attack captain, and he does increase our damage taken, but he also increases our health, so he basically, as a net, increases our health more than he increases our damage taken. So Golden Pound Usopp will buy us some more time, and we're just going to keep punching him until he's dead. As long as I get some good matching orbs, we'll get through easily without taking that much damage. But even if we need to, it's not too bad. We've got plenty of health, and like I said, he only attacks for normally 3,080 damage, but with a Blackbeard captain, it is going to be double damage taken. Always remember that 1 Blackbeard doubles your damage taken, 2 Blackbeards quadruples your damage taken. So we actually kill him next turn. All my specials are ready to go. Good, good, good. We can kill him now. It's not like I'm waiting for anything special. And look, I can heal with this team because I'm not using a Monster Chopper. Wow, fascinating. Amazing. So he dies. He's going to revive up to full health. He's going to greatly increase our chance of blue orbs for 44 turns. Or 45 turns. It's all 45 turns, but then our turn, so it makes it 44. He's going to prevent debuffs and boost his own attack and Despair our friend captain for 3 turns. Kimono Luffy gets rid of our Despair. Strong Luffy boosts our strength damage and also cuts our health all the way down. You could save this for another turn if you want to take a few hits, but I'm going to kill him in 1 turn because I am arrogant like that. Blackbeard doesn't get to do damage because Strong Luffy doesn't count our own damage as damage. Or he does have that 30% health cut, so keep that in mind if you're going to burst him here. You can also, like I said, take a few hits before you actually use your strong Luffy and drop your hit points down to nothingness. After that, hit your perfects. Strong Luffy doubles damage. Kuma boosts our orb damage, gives us all completely matching orbs with Wapol, and makes it a very, very easy kill. Round 4 is Gambi versus Tashigi. Tashigi is an int character, and she's got a lot of fodder units, and that means we are once again going to be using a very familiar team for this Coliseum, another double Blackbeard team. Man, do I love Blackbeard teams. I think they're so much fun to do, and wow, that looks really familiar, doesn't it? Key thing to remember is that Tashigi herself is going to have 1.4 million hit points. She attacks for 7,000, and all the units around her attack for about 8,000. So every single unit around here will attack for about 35,000 damage per attack, and she will attack for about 30,000 damage per attack. And there's bits and a lovely note from our viewers watching this stuff live. So if you're keeping track of your health, make sure we're gonna expect to take 3 to 4 hits on turn 1, depending on what the cooldowns of the team's like. And with 3 or 4 hits on turn 1, make sure you can actually take that. I would recommend having at least 100,000 hit points whenever you actually get there to be safe. So 100,000 hit points is what we're aiming for. 3 or 4 hits or so. And we're taking 4 hits. We're going to want to have as much health as we can. You can also bring a Monster Chopper here, a Mihawk here. Instead of one of our characters, I can swap out Mihawk for Uruji or something like that. And you can always kill one of them if you have too many people attacking on the first turn. Just keep track of what your health is like. Make sure you have all your specials up when you're ready. And Tashigi herself. Tashigi has 1.4 million hit points. She attacks for 7,000 damage. The guys around here attack for about 8,000 damage. Don't forget to double that for each Blackbeard captain you're using. We've got 4 guys attacking on turn 1, so I'm going to burst down at least 1 guy here. Very, very important, because like I said... Oh, actually, never mind. Tashigi is on a 2-turn attack timer, so we can take... I am still going to burst down 1 guy, and then let whatever extra hits hit the Tashigi. Because they, like I said, attack for about 35,000 each, which will kill me. And I don't want that. So we're going to use our non-Blackbeard specials, kill one of these dudes. Oh, there we go. They only have 200,000 hit points. Then I can hit Tashigi. Don't get Tashigi below 50%, because below 50% Tashigi will not will get endurance, so she cannot be killed for 3 turns, and enrages, so she attacks every single turn. But if you're using a double Blackbeard team, Blackbeard specials will ignore that will ignore the cannot be killed this turn, so you actually can get her below 50%. I'm still not gonna do it. Take 3 hits. Delicious. She heals up. Use 2 Blackbeard specials. 1. Never mind, just 1 Blackbeard special, that's all we need. Just gotta survive. And the final round is Gabi versus Kobe! Yeah, Kobe. A very good character on Fujitora teams. And the final round is Gabi versus Kobe! Kobe is actually a pretty easy fight if you've got a Fujitora Shiki team, or double Fujitora, or you can use like a Caesar friend captain, your Caesar captain, and a Fujitora. But Fujitora makes things so easy, because you might have remembered that Tashigi will greatly increase our chance of tandem orbs, which basically means we get like 5 matching orbs every single turn with a Fujitora captain. It's gotta be so easy. You do have to stall for a little whiles, but as your Shiki special, you basically want Shiki at about 7 turns by the time you get into Tashigi. But you actually have a long time. You have a lot of health here. You can have a lot of heal return on your team. And you can even take a lot of hits on the bosses, because both Tashigi and Kobe don't actually hit that hard. You can replace Enel and Smoker here with basically anybody. Enel can be replaced with any strong, hard-hitting driven character. For example, you can replace him with a Gil Tesoro, who works great. You don't even need to use Gil Tesoro special, you just want Gil Tesoro for his beat stick. Kobe is nice for his orb boost, and since we basically have almost all matching orbs, we don't need any orb manipulators, just a bunch of driven boosters or orb boosters. And Smoker can also be replaced with anybody who deals a lot of damage. You can replace Smoker with a Sugar, because we're going to be using Smoker special to kill Kobe after he revives. So you can replace Smoker with Sugar, you can replace Smoker with any other int driven character. But one thing we do care about on this team especially is the order and the placement of our characters. Since Kobe, once he dies and revives, he will bind our entire right side for 20 turns. So the specials that you're going to be using for Kobe's revival is going to be all the characters on the left side. So that means Smoker we're going to be using for his revive. Fujitora we can use for his revive. Doflamingo we can use for his revive, but we're going to use Doflamingo to kill Kobe in 1 turn. Besides that, it's not hard. Remember, you only have 3 stages to stall, so there we go. We're ready to go. Tashigi! She only has about 800,000 hit points here. We're going to be using our Kobe special on turn 2 to boost our orbs and help kill Tashigi. The only thing we want to do is make sure we don't get Tashigi below 50%. Because below 50%, Tashigi will prevent herself from dying for 3 turns and attacks every single turn. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world. because I'm going to save Kobe here. We'll take a hit for Tashigi, and then we'll use Kobe next turn, because I want some more matching orbs, especially on my side characters. It's not the worst thing in the world if you get Tashigi below 50%, because with Shiki and Fujitora, you have a lot of hit points. You can also use a Whitebeard ship if you really felt like healing up a bunch. And oh my goodness, look at those matching orbs. If you have an L special here, you can use an L special and help you burst down to Shiki, but with just one Kobe special, you'll have plenty of damage to kill her. Because like I said, she only has about 800,000 hit points. Boom. Goodbye. I don't know, I guess it's 750,000 hit points. So a Nell special there boosts your damage of your side characters by 1.5 times to do even more damage. At this point, we're going to have our Shiki special ready. Shiki special will kill all the guys on the outside. Easy peasy. We're going to use Dofi special here to boost our orbs by 1.5 times. Kobe has 1.5 million hit points, 1.51 million hit points. He preemptively attacks for 4,800 damage. Make sure our int characters are the ones with the matching orbs. Every other turn, he will clear all buffs and attack every single turn. Or his turn 2, so basically when he's got a 1-turn attack, he's going to clear all buffs and he's going to attack every single turn from then on. And will attack for 4,800 damage. After he dies, he's going to revive to 10% health, which means Sugar kills him. We can also use our Smoker special to kill him without even having to attack. So here we go, we're going to attack with our attacks, ending with our Smoker as a driven attack, as an int driven attack, and Fujitora. 2.3 million damage, way more than we need. We don't even need to use Fujitora's special at all. Revives, binds our right side for 20 turns, heals up to 10%, clears all positive buffs, and Smoker will cut our health, deal damage to him, and if he does survive because we have low health because we have to take a bunch of hits, oh look at that, Shiggy's done, Sonny. Now he's dead. If you had more health, you can one-shot Kobe there just using Smoker's special. Anyways guys, that's the entire fight. I guess I could have taken like 5 more attacks from Kobe and I would have been fine. You can take more attacks from Tashigi, take more attacks on Kobe. You've got so much health. You can have a lot of heal return. Kobe is a very, very easy boy to kill. But how good is Kobe anyways, right? Kobe is actually like pretty good, especially on a, like the team we just used, on a Fujitora team. Kobe, where are you, Kobe? Kobe. Kobe's a side character. Kobe is a side character. He's right there. So Kobe, who's gonna become what I like to call Crybaby Kobe, because he's a crybaby. Once maxed out, he has 1,050 attack. He is a side-driven fighter. His captain ability boosts the attack of driven characters by 2 times and reduces the damage taken by up to 30% depending on how much health you have. The lower health you have, the more damage he reduces. His special ability changes any adjacent orbs into recovery orbs. So you put him in the bottom right, he changes the bottom left and the middle right into recovery orbs. But don't forget, if you're using a Fujitora teams, that basically means you're changing them into matching orbs. So you put Kobe in the middle, you're guaranteed 3 matching orbs with the Fujitora captain, or you put Kobe and 6-star Dofi on your driven team, then you're guaranteed completely matching orbs. Or later on, Coliseum X-Drake, you can use those 2 in the middle row, completely matching orbs every single time. Also, if you use his special above 50% health, he will prevent you from dying for 1 turn. Now that one doesn't come in handy too often with Fujitora teams since you have a huge pool of health with Fujitora, but and it's really hard to just take a 1 hit with that huge pool of health, but it does sometimes come in handy just to survive a hit. If you're like accidentally put someone under 20% and they would attack you for 1,000,000 damage, if you're above 50% health, Kobe means you're A-okay. So Kobe, a very good sub for driven teams, a decent sub on fighter teams, but the recovery orbs he gives do not count as matching on a fighter team, but Fujitora loves Kobe. Highly recommend getting him, guys. He goes down to a 15-turn cooldown. It's a pretty good size sub. Once again, guys, I've been Zenigami. Good luck with your Colosseum. Extra special thanks to our Patreon subscribers, Carlos Baron, Soup Crazy Apple, Akic, and Pat Magician. If you like what we do here, you can go to patreon.com/Zenigami and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.